Hello, 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 chaps. It is turn 67, and it's an okay turn. Let's just go through the messages. So our mind hunts were actually targeted on Xibalba. Now, I thought I'd targeted them on this place to kill the Basalt King that was here, but I actually targeted them on Xibalba, and of course Pan still had his stealthy astral mage in that army, so two of them got feeble-minded. So we're only, but we transferred. We had some astral mages lying around to spare, so we're still casting Mind Hunt. It's just that we don't have these Eyes of the Void, and we lost 2 mages, so that was quite bad. The reason we didn't have 3 severed is that the other guy cast Akashic Knowledge on this province, which works pretty well. I'm pretty pleased with this. What was I going to say next? We lost 3 Wraith Lords, but of course they've restored themselves, as usual. So this is me sending a message to Pangaea saying, I didn't mean to Mind Hunt there, because I'm very embarrassed that I would Mind Hunt there. It's very obvious that he would have his Astral Mage there again. An arrow appeared and struck Atamas straight in the heart. The thing is that our Raktapatas have 21 HP. They just do. They're just a unit with 21 HP, so Seeking Arrow does not work against them. I'm not going to send a message explaining that to him, of course, because it suits me just fine that he wastes his gems. Voice of Apsu didn't work in Light Hills, but it did work when we also cast it here, so we now have a Mercury Pond. So it's a pretty nice turn for gem income. We gained +6 from our sight-searching spells. We did spend a lot of Astral Pearls on the Akashic Knowledge, of course, but it'll pay off in a very long time, actually, in like 13 turns. And then we're halfway towards the Cataclysm by the time that happens. Oh well. I just like having sights. So this is the lake over here. A nice little horror attack followed up by someone else coming in to flag it. Our Bloodslave income was 125 this turn. Not good. We cast Wizard's Tower, as of course we were planning to all along. So we now have a nice big fortification here with 1,000 wall integrity. This turn we're not summoning a Mandeja because we already have three of them knocking around. We don't actually need more than that. We could do with one down here actually, but the problem with sending a Mandeja down here is that all of these troops have dark vision anyway, so it wouldn't really help that much. As you can see, he's bringing up reinforcements here. Reef Dwellers and Mages of the Deep. He's got a lot of Reef Dwellers down here. So we might end up losing this province to him. I know I've said that before, but we might actually lose it. We moved out here at the same time that Jotun Scratty attacked, so I guess we missed him again. We've got some patrollers here, and we've also got some sort of raid going on. Oh, we're just killing this off because... Oh no, it doesn't cost upkeep. So what am I saying? I guess I'll keep him around then. Someone died here. I think it was just a scout, probably. Let's see if we fought any proper battles. Oh yeah, so over here we moved out our main army and our minor anti-raiding force. And let's see what we caught. Actually, let's have a look. So here we caught a Jade Sorceress when we moved into Niflheim's little cave thingy. And for some reason she had a cornucopia. I guess it's an okay way to cast Swarm. And that's the Scratty we talked about. This is our Cap Circle. Oh yeah, so this is the guy we thought we'd cast our Mind Hunts on, and it turned out to be pointless anyway because he just came here and died to this force. So we're carrying off these items back to our home base here, while the other 2 stay around and blood hunt inefficiently without any... Maybe I should ferry them out some Bloodthorns. Not Bloodthorns. These things. Yeah, I'm going to give I'm going to give them these on that crow. Let's see what else there is to report. So it's nice to kill a Basalt King and take his gear for very little cost. This is another raid. Not very interesting. Where is Maybe Mountains anyway? Okay, it's up there. So he's not going to reclaim that anytime soon. So we get a nice little bit of fire and a tiny amount of gold. Xibalba, yeah, this is just his black harpy that he left behind. What a bitch. this Centaur Hierophant instantly gibbed both of these guys, but he doesn't have kills because they are immortal. Is that why he doesn't show up as having kills? That's very weird. And they didn't die permanently. They'll be back. Ether Flames. Don't really know what there is to say about that. That's just... where is that? Oh, it's up here. So that's quite nice. I wonder if Pan and Therados are being very defensive against each other and trying to make me bear all of the hurt. This is just... So we ran into some Rephite warriors, and I didn't realize... I forgot they actually cost 130 gold. So this is a significant coup. We did actually kill quite a lot of them here. So that was quite nice. I guess they were trying to flee into this area, but we actually caught them just in time. So there aren't any Rephite warriors here anymore. And it was actually 4, so he must have had an effigy of war. So we are going to take this. We've taken this. He doesn't really have any armies, but he has a lot of magic. He has a lot of ammies. So we need to be careful of that. Shire, we already mentioned that. Jotun Scratty died. Battle in Pymus Outcrop. I actually forgot that this happened. I didn't see this happen. How did he die? He doesn't have any... Liquid Body. What's the gem for? No, this guy doesn't have death paths? I thought Jotun Scratties all had death. I guess I was wrong. How did he die? How did he not die, I mean? So he has the Spirit Helm. The Azrapas come and kick shit out of him. That's how he dies. Oh, and he has a second form. And then he dies. So that was quite nice. That was quite easy. And we didn't get any of his items. That's pretty annoying. At least he's dead. He was quite valuable. How much do they cost? 255 gold. Quite a lot of items. See, Niflheim is not getting the better of me in this conflict over there. We had some unremarkable events. It's not... This province seems to get attacked so often. I don't know why. And this is pretty nasty. Nothing important, though. And then we've just got the patrols. And we're casting 3 red seconds on Arco's Folly, because this is actually a fairly populated province. Pretty decent income. Pretty low on sites, though. We've site searched everything except Holy, so maybe we'll find a Holy site. It's not even a farm, so it should have sites. We'll find out. But it's nice to give myself the reassurance that I've got all of these. Oh, goodness. I didn't realise this was on 0 unrest. We definitely need to send some of these guys over there, then. Problem is they all have those imps attached to them, so I'd slightly prefer to keep them researching, but maybe not. I'm also trying not to spend gold. I'm trying not to spend this gold because I'd rather have a temple and a laboratory here just to help me with Dom pushing into Hinnom a little bit. And I've also got all these guys preaching. No Wraithlord this turn from her because we... why has she got all these on her? She doesn't need that many. For assassinations. She doesn't need all of them. So we will have a Wraithlord summon next turn, but for now we're just preaching. The Dominion, which we brought down to 0, came back up to 1 for Hinnom. And that's because he has these 3 temples, plus maybe a temple, and definitely a throne here. So that's a bit hard to deal with. And so there's 6 Rephite warriors here, so there were 10 here. This is a nice place. I might build a fort here, actually. Maybe it's here that I should target the fort instead of... yeah, it probably is, actually. Tell you what, I'm going to keep this guy here researching that. And this guy is going to come over and blood hunt. They should both... No, they only one of them needs that because the other one's going to be building a temple. I should really have some proper defences here. Looks like I don't. Let's move these up here. Leech cast ×5 should deal with most raids. If it's the entire army, then what can you do really? If it's the entire Pan army, well, at least I can recapture the province easily if I don't fort it. Let's see. Yeah, I'm going to change my mind, actually. I'm going to cast 3 red seconds on this province. It's got pretty good gem income. It's okay for pop and gold. It'll just it'll be a nice place to put a temple to dom push harder. And maybe here I shouldn't build a... Maybe I should just build a lab here and not a temple. Because a lot of the Dominion that comes here might go here. I guess it won't because it's underwater. So it'll just go sort of here. I guess it will go into this area. Kind of having trouble deciding what I want to do exactly. But it'll be more useful to have another fort on the front lines though. Especially a really big one with 1,000 fort defense. It's always nice to see. And over here, these guys were reanimating Solus. So they can keep right on doing that. It's annoying that taking items off them gets rid of their orders. I wonder if these guys are going to attack here. I would probably send them there, to be honest. I wonder if these guys... Yeah, I don't know if they can actually take on this force. I think this place might be the one that actually falls now. Not sure. Not sure if I have the strength. Maybe I need to send a Mandeha down there. The thing is that I'm sending 2 Mandehas down. I'm sending most of my army down here with a Mandeha just to see if I can catch some raiders. Maybe that's a mistake. Maybe I don't need to send the Mandeha there. He'll probably try to counter raid though. So I would like to go there, I think. I would like to go into this province. It'll let me go here if he raids there. That kind of thing. And that is about it for this turn. Just pressed N and there's no next commander to go to. We're mind hunting this guy. Pan is definitely going to have a lot of pain in store for us. Hinnom, though, has definitely lost territory. We definitely gained a lot from this battle, this war against him so far. We gained this, 75 gold, a few hundred gold a turn. Our maintenance is going back up. It was down to 990. I guess it's up by 27 then. And maybe I should be making mages in my existing places instead of planning to make a laboratory here. You know, I won't make a laboratory in this province because I don't. If I have gold to spend on training her, then I might as well just spend that gold on training Raktapatas or training crystal mages elsewhere. So both of these guys that I'm sending over can have one of these, I guess. We'll finally get rid of this. And I won't build any more infrastructure in that one. It would be nice to send someone over to... Yeah, he can go there to build a temple in that province. We are still going to build the temple there, but we don't need all of these Raktapatas elsewhere. Maybe I should make a Kala Mukha just for preaching. It's kind of luxury though. That would be pretty. That would be a luxury choice. A Kala Mukha for preaching. Do I like that? I don't need him for blessing. Kala Mukha for preaching. Is that a good idea? No, I'm just going to make a Raktapata. Well, I'm going to make these guys and then set them to wait so that any assassins are quite likely to target them instead of doing anything useful. And that's the end of my turn. So see you chaps next time. We have a decent force going on here, a decent force going on here. This army is moving back here. We've got some blood slaves moving around as usual. Maybe I should send someone to collect more blood slaves, because it is getting pretty crowded there. I wonder if these guys can be used as blood slave couriers. Now they're too slow and old. Too slow and old. Maybe I could just recruit this guy. 50 gold though, I think I'll pass. I think I'll pass on that. And that really is the end of this turn. See you chaps next time. Turn 67. Hello chaps, it's turn 68. And firstly I shall give you the overview of what's happening. So Pan and Therados are still raiding each other with little forces. It's just Centaur thugs versus ghosts, nothing interesting. We still haven't been challenged over here again by a real army. For some reason there's a Bane Lord commanding this army. I don't know why he summoned that. This is the last geared scratty that's going around. This guy is called Demon Slayer, but we have a lot. We have 6 people scripted to attack twice and then cast Leech 3 times. And the attacking is to make sure that they're in range, so that they don't waste it on summon imps. Over here, we nothing is happening yet. We're going to attack this province. We changed our mind about where to cast 3 red seconds. We cast it over here instead of over here. We got raided. Therados is still sitting here with 910 chaff. And our Bloodslave income was 153. Pan's main army is here. A whole lot of thugs and white centaurs. Let's see what else there is to say. Hinnom is still scheming about what he's going to do next, but we haven't really run into any big new forces. We've got some Rephite warriors over here and some Rephites over here. What did we run into here? An Overblessed Abbey. Nothing significant. We killed some long dead and a... So he killed the Ractopata that I had here with a disease demon, but fortunately we had a Wraith Lord, so we still had undead command, so the demons didn't flee and we still won this battle afterwards against the shaman, the indie shaman. Our Mind Hunts this turn are going to be targeted on the Camazots, the stealthy bats commanding these 2 groups, and I think we're targeting our 3rd Mind Hunt on this. As for last turn's Mind Hunt, we killed Satyricos. Now, Satyricos, we recall, to be a thugged centaur, so that's quite good. He had a heroic ability as well. Survived, that's the Basalt King. Pandemania, this is probably... I don't know who this is, but I think it's a serious mage. I think it's a mage commander, so that's nice. Chad got hit by another arrow, and he is still not afflicted. He is true to his name. He's the guy that won the fort defense single-handedly with the Soul Contract and 3 Rakshasa warriors. He's been hit by 3 seeking arrows and still hasn't been afflicted. Total Chad, completely accurate name. 3 red seconds. Now the interesting thing about this fortress is it actually gives you 3 recruitment points. So I kind of regret not casting it here. We cast Voice of Apsu, we got 2 good water sites, we got the Weeping Stone here, and the Water Sphere down here. So we do need to recapture this province pronto to get lots of water gems. They may not be too important, water gems, but at least we can use them to forge bottles of living water to deal with enemy assassinations and disease demons. Or we can just alchemize them. And we can make frost brands and stuff. What are we casting this turn? We're casting 3 red seconds on this province now. Because we do want to eventually build fortresses in these provinces and establish a whole bunch of... We want to establish a whole bunch of... what am I going to say? A whole bunch of... Why have I lost the words? Temples. We want to dom push. And as you can see with the temple here and the preaching here, we've got neutral dominion here and we've got a candle. We finally have one of our candles here. And we're actually going to keep on blood hunting without patrolling. It's a nice way to keep up the unrest. This poor province still has 0 population. We're going to storm this fort with just the Mandeja because we have 2 Mandejas over here, so we can send the other Mandeja over here with our main army. Hopefully he tries to raid this province. Oh, and I forgot to retake this province. Do I have any Wraith Lords handy? No, I don't. Maybe this guy can do it. Yes, he can do it. Tell you what. They'll probably raid this province next. Oh well. And there's no point me actually making these adjustments because I think the next turn's rolled anyway. Yes, it has. So there's no point me thinking about how I should do things differently. I'm just telling you what's happened. And that's really about it. It's the same story of low-level raiding, 3 red seconds, a bit of blood hunting that's quite weak, storming, moving around, worrying about what Hinnom's next move is, and so on. So, see you chaps next time. I think I shall, and our research is just Construction 8, because I couldn't think of what else I want to research. And we're raiding this province. Which, we're not raiding it, we're just getting this guy killed. So that's turn 68. I don't really know what else to say about it, so I'm just going to quit. And I'm going to do a run-on video, actually. I'm going to download turn 69 right now. And I'll just introduce you to what has happened. And then I'll stop the video and I'll make a new video showing you later on, showing you what I actually decided to do. I won't play the turn on this video because that'll take forever. So let's see. Mentally attacked. So this is what I was worried about. I was worried about our Wraith Lords getting totally killed permanently by Mind Hunt. But they have pretty good magic resistance, so it's not a huge surprise that he survived. No enemy commander was found. We found a bronze pillar. I think that's our Cap Circle province. We killed Thetidania. Who is Thetidania? I'm pretty sure that isn't a Camazotz. Summoned as Rapers. We summoned a 3 red seconds. We summoned a Wraith Lord. Failed on the Voice of Apsu. Failed on the Augury. So at least we got a bronze pillar there, though. Rhetoric managed to resist. This is just a Mound King to command some chaff. Our blood hunting was 44, 52, plus 45 is 97, then it's 106, then it's 126, then it's 130, then it's 142, then it's 168. So we're getting back up there. 168 is a lot better. But let's have a look at this raiding. So this is Demon Slayer. He called himself Demon Slayer and he sent him out. He said, I've got a really nice demon thug. So let's see how our script went. They're attacking forward for 2 turns. Some dipshits are casting Summon Imps, which is annoying. Or maybe that's actually the item. That's the item, actually. So once they've finished attacking, they should be casting Leech. I've never done this before. Yeah, this is the Soul Contract or whatever. Goodness. 2 rounds of attack actually sends them going forward really quickly. So, yeah, there's the Leech coming through. Totally annihilated by, like, 4 casts of Leech. And he's already dead, basically. Yeah, he's routing, but he can't flee. He's too late. Get wrecked, bitch. Are these guys unconscious or something? No, they aren't, because Leech gives you some reinvigoration, I'm fairly sure. Go on, cast it again. Cast it again, it'll be epic. You know you want to. Are you going to cast your spells? What are you doing? You're not fatigued? Cast the spell. Come on, cast it. Okay, he died to Azrapas in the end. But yeah, those leeches were what really won this. So we found a Frostbrand, a Red Dragon Scale Mail, and a Vine Shield. All very, very useful, classic items. Actually, let's have another look at this. I was actually uninterested in what he was wearing because Leech doesn't have any MR check. The only thing you can do to survive Leech is to have a billion HP, and then you get killed for life anyway, if the enemy has any Blood 3 mages. So, yeah, very well kitted out. We only got the Vine Shield, the Sword, and the Mail, so we missed out on the Horror Helm, the Boots, the Ring of Regen. This is a really nice kit, but it's just not going to work against Leech. I kind of feel sorry for this player. He's not going to be happy about that. But yeah, we have some new items. Let's collect those items off our mages before we do anything else. Hello, Red Dragon Scale Mail? Ah, there it is. That's what I expected to happen. This is kind of annoying. Crippled Centaur Flats. How did they manage to slip past us and attack us there? Mists of Stalin? What's the idea there? And who are these commanders? So we've got the Celestial Servant and the Centaur Hierophant. Nothing too interesting. Celestial Soldiers. So they're sacred, actually. Wow. Sacred, length 4, this is a pretty good... Wow. These guys are actually really, really good. I didn't know that. I mean, very high damage, really good defense and attack skill, a repelling weapon, good protection, and good HP. And they're sacred. Did I mention that they're sacred? So that's really... Oh, for fuck's sake. You're such a bitch. Infinitum, you are such a bitch. Ring of Water Breathing. Well, I can't say I'm surprised, but I can say that I'm going to be mind hunting this annoying person. Going to be mind hunting him for sure. And I cast Akashic Knowledge on this province. This isn't my Akashic Knowledge province. Bitch. So we're definitely going to be mind hunting that. This is just the area. This is just that. And he's still... Why is he just sitting there? Use your troops. Conquer someone. Play the game. It's so annoying that I have to play with these people. I shouldn't rage. I should save the rage for... what's the game? Dota 2. I should save it for Dota 2. But seriously, it's not how you play. We destroyed this force. We lost a Markata scout. Looks like it wasn't a serious force, though. These guys were probably scripted to cast Mind Duel. If they were Astral, they were definitely Mind Duelers. Because there's no reason to send Astral guys on some random... Like, they're not really that good at buffing. Okay, he's just... I don't know what he's even doing with these guys. Why is he doing this? I guess it's just a raid, but what's so great about these Amis? They've pussied out again. This is Pan's stealthy army pussing out. Where's he going to attack me next? I really need Wizard's Tower and 3 red seconds just so I have the time to react when he turns up somewhere randomly and besieges me. So this is a Centaur Hierophant. Battle in Dragon Dreamcatcher. Where is that? It's going to happen, but I lost... The event that killed the population there means I don't really care about blood hunting it anyway. So Nal of Alnuk, this is our cap circle, isn't it? Yeah. Not an important... Annoying. Yeah, so good job raiding it. Good thing I cast 3 red seconds. Actually, let's check. Let's double check what this was. It looks like... it looks like it was a fire elemental raider. Yep. Oogity boogity. Not surprised by this. I wonder if the Sage was there to cast the thing. He was probably there to cast Body Ethereal on the Melkart, but I wonder if he was there... Yeah, there he is, casting Body Ethereal on the Melkart. So he isn't there to cast Soul Slay on the guy. He's not there to cast Soul Slay on the Wraith Lord. Although maybe the Melkart is able to do that. Let's have a look. Actually, let's check what this Melkart is scripted to do. Oh, so he's not a... I thought this might be an astral... Not an astral. I thought it might be a fire random Melkart who can do stuff with Phoenix Pyre, but he isn't. This is just a PD raid. Oh, and we actually caught... Why didn't the Kamazots flee? I don't know why he didn't flee. That's weird. I guess he can recruit more Kamazots, though. So this is just... this is over by where Mashaka used to be, and we're just killing some PD. Our patrolling forces have been beaten by the enemy. Now, this is an interesting force. But he lost... Why? How did he lose all of this to PD? What an embarrassment. He lost almost everything. He has a Kedasim left. He has a priest and a Dawn Guard and a Rephite warrior. So we nearly won this one, actually. Let's see what happened here. So this is Yomi itself getting besieged. So I think this is a big fuck-up for him. So let's see, they are Communions. Maybe they cast Soul Slayer in this battle. I'll have to do the thing where... I'll have to watch it carefully. I'll have to rewind it and watch it again if they cast Soul Slayer on this Wraith Lord. How did they lose everything? Lol, what? Hello? Hello, bullshit department? Wait, they're getting killed by their own horrors? Did some dipshit cast Hell Power? I think they cast Hell Power. Oh, that's great. Yeah, look at this. Look at this. He cast Earth Power. He cast Blood Power. He cast Hell Power. And now I'm pretty sure Yeah, Hell Power. And now he's summoning... And these guys will cast Hell Power too because they're in the Communion, I think. Yeah. And then... So all these horrors start attacking them. What a fail. I wondered what happened here. He actually got Hell Powered. He Hell Powered himself. He played himself. This Melkart died, right? And look how much gear he had. I don't know why he has it. I guess I could be using air magic. I have air mages, but he's got a hell sword. This is a pretty cool sword. He's got the fire resistance. He's got the reinvigoration. He's got this. He's got that. Pretty... Holy shit. That is an epic weapon. 60 damage. 28 attack. Hell power. And he's losing these guys. They're Kohans. These are slow to recruit, cap-only mages. Guarded by... giant long dead, elite long dead, and they're getting killed by horrors because he's an idiot. I shouldn't say that, it's quite rude, but yeah, this is a massive fuck up. So now my guys are fleeing. So I think it's actually the horrors that won this one. Look at this Melkart get wailed on by these horrors. Does my... What happens? Are they casting Soulslay or something? No, he's getting mind burned by the... by this one. By these guys have Mind Blast. So he's not going to get killed permanently. He's just going to be destroyed temporarily. The armies of Hinnom are routed. Wait, so how did Hinnom win this one? Soul Torn. Nasty. I like the design. I like the art in this game. It's pretty decent. Yeah, so how did Hinnom win this one? I guess we actually won this one because Hinnom only had a Kedasim and a Refite warrior left. Man, what a fuck up. That's very funny. I'm going to make a little video about this. So in this one we get to watch we get to see how good a Mandeja is in Darkness Order 3. So 12 attack skill, 14 defense skill, 21 strength. You know, that's still respectable. It's still usable. Maybe I will use these guys. I mean, 12 attack skill is not good. But if you have a Frostbrand, the AoE attack still goes off. So you can miss and still damage people with the cold AoE. So he just TPs in, not TPs, flies in, and kills everything instantly. And that's the end of the battle. What even happened to the guys on the Why did they flee instantly? What happened to them? I didn't even see them die. Well, the armies are hit on... I thought the wall commanders... Why is he so afraid? Why does he just rout before anything dies? Doesn't he count as a commander? Oh well, don't really care, doesn't matter. Well, that's annoying. I think this was a tiny province already, so it doesn't really matter. Losing some more some more population, and this is a blood hunting province, so it's quite annoying. Mandar's palace, we got attacked, but we won pretty easily. And we didn't even spend any blood slaves. We just lost some... We lost 3 solas, so that was easy. The Kamazots here probably died. Does it have anywhere to retreat to? No, it looks like it doesn't. So this is nice. We easily defeated the other... So both Kamazots have now died, and some Maziks have died. So they're finally done. Our walls are damaged. So we need to get over here and defend this, I think. Maybe I'll just summon some Rakshasa warriors in the several turns I have before it gets destroyed. Under Siege and Fertile Page of Gaia. Under Siege and Overblessed Abbey. Enemy cannot harm our walls. Enemy cannot harm our walls. Enemy cannot harm our walls. And killing our own population with Blood Hunters. The usual. The troops must get more supplies or they will surely die. The thing is, though, that they're demons, so they won't die. They'll just get really annoyed. They'll just get low morale. Yeah, look at these guys. No, they're not even starving yet. Okay. So the question is now, where has Pan's army gone? Because it can storm forts pretty quickly. Who does Banewound have patrolling? So the way we're going to play this is we are going to... I mean, what if Pan takes his whole army and actually besieges me in Lanka? I might be pretty screwed if that happens. But I'll have a turn to react. I'll be able to summon Danavas. In fact, I might summon Danavas this turn. So yeah, that's just the report of what happened this turn, and I'll make a cut in the video now, and I'll tell you what I decided to do later, because you guys do not want to watch me play this whole turn through. Hello chaps, this is still turn 69, and I've played it. I've issued the orders, so now I'm going to tell you what I did, or I'm going to try to remember what I did. It's going to be quite a lot of stuff. So we haven't trained anyone up here because the unrest is too high. These guys are going to relieve this fort, of course, because it's getting besieged fairly quickly, and we should be strong enough to take it. These guys will probably take advantage to attack, but that's okay. We'll just have to deal with that as it comes. This guy is summoning Azrapas. Now Azrapas have 14 map move, which is why we're summoning them, so that they continue to... we can do this 2 province movement that we've been doing a few times to great effect. I think our blood hunting should be even better this turn. We have quite a lot of it set up. It's looking pretty good. This guy's going to be patrolling, and we're sending out 2 blood hunters there. The blood hunt here is a joke now, so we better stop that actually. I think we'll send them in there. Yeah, that's just not working anymore. Although, I don't know. There's no point. There's no point to being there. We'll send them there so that if these guys besiege us, the problem is we might have trouble fighting against Basalt Kings. But we might be able to do a choke point defense with a small number of elite sacreds if we send these guys in here. And we've got this. We've seen that this is quite good in sieges sometimes. So we'll definitely give that a try. What else is there to say? On the other hand, it might be quite nice to keep them... Anyway, I'm getting distracted. It doesn't really matter what we do with them. We're raiding this province, just with these guys, nothing special. This is not interesting. This... so we had that nice battle, but now we're reanimating a lot of Solus, so that'll be significant. We're also training a Yogini here, so that he can then summon a Mound King to put all these guys into one commander and have them patrol for blood hunting. We have some scouting as well. I didn't really talk about this. So our scout will probably get found, but it's okay to scout. Actually, maybe we'll move him away just so he doesn't get caught. And we'll go and see what's in there instead. We're doing some patrolling here and a little bit of blood hunting. Why is he reanimating Solus? I don't know why I'm doing that. Okay, we only have 56 undead, so... this guy's moving over here to go and attack this place. We're going to mind hunt this guy to shit, hopefully. Let's actually check. K-Ban. Where's K-Ban anyway? So we're mind hunting this. Maybe it's a bait. Maybe I shouldn't mind hunt that and it's too obvious. But maybe I should mind hunt it. This guy is also mind hunting K-Ban. I'm going to change my mind actually and mind hunt... double mind hunt the lake. Because that guy is very annoying. I'm very annoyed by that. And of course, I cast Akashic Knowledge there as well. So I'm very annoyed by that. What else is there to say? This guy's moving here, just in case I won't need to do a Foul Vapor's defense of this fortress in the future. Maybe I should move him... actually, I'll move her into here to do that. Because I have the Yogini who can cast Poison Ward as well. These guys are going to move over here. Same business we did a few turns back. I'm moving... now, Azruta is moving in here, and he has this. Perceived army size plus 75 units. Now, our guy that we have is size 3, so plus 75 means it'll look like he has 25 Rakshasa warriors, which I think is pretty significant. So hopefully that'll mislead Pan quite a bit about besieging this fort. That should be quite a good move. We got the Wraith Lords moving in to retake the lake. I'm really annoyed by losing that lake. We've got a patrolling here. So we don't know where Pan's army has gone, but it probably hasn't gone here or here because I had patrollers there, so they would have been caught. It could have gone here, and it couldn't have gone here because we have patrollers there as well. It could have gone here. What I'm now concerned about is that Pan will attack me here, here, or here or something with this big army. I mean, it's kind of an all-in move. So we'll see what he does with that. we're building a temple here, and we are summoning a fortress here. We're casting Wizard's Tower here. So we plan to build a temple here, and a temple here, and a temple here maybe. It depends on if we lose this one. And basically the plan is to have more temples in this area, and to increase our Dominion strength up to 9 by having 15 temples. This province is going to get raided by this lot. So he'll self-buff, and then he'll attack rear. And these guys will just spam out some hordes of skeletons. Maybe I should put them further forward, actually, because they are going to have the buff, the buffer of a bunch of skeletons in front of them. So maybe I should do this. Advance and cast spells, double horde of skeletons, triple ghost grip. I think that might be the better idea. So this is 20 fatigue for a death 3 to cast, and then this is probably 0, almost 0 fatigue. So we'll give that a go. I'm so amused. I'm so amused by this Hellpower battle. I'm going to rewatch it. You guys are okay with watching that Hellpower battle twice, right? Because it's hilarious. Yeah, so we're attacking this fort with lots of things. All of the big spells that we've had before. Now we've added life after death as well. For basically reasons I don't need to explain. It's just very, very good. We're sending along some attack rear. What? We're sending along some scouts as well. These guys should be set to retreat as well. This guy can't put this cornucopia on a nature mage because he's coming from this province and the nature mages are here. But we'll send him over. So we'll have the gem supply and the cornucopia. I couldn't bring any replacement earth gems because I didn't want to alchemize even more pearls to get enough to cast Wizard's Tower. We're casting Voice of Apsu some more on these sort of provinces, this one and this one. Because this fortification it only has 23 wall integrity, because it starts at 0 and then it builds it up in the first turn. It goes up full if it doesn't get besieged, it just goes to 750, like with any fort. But because it gets sieged immediately, its wall integrity has to go to 0 plus 26 minus whatever besieged it. So we have to, and because there was this little raiding force, it did get besieged by some guys with 3 siege strength. So now we need to relieve it. Now, if you look at this guy, as we saw before with the dark power and the chaos power, so his attack skill and stuff is pretty bad, but then the dark power is actually even stronger than the chaos power. So he will gain +9 defense skill to in darkness, which he casts in battle, and that'll bring it up to 20. And 18 attack skill on the Frostbrand, although like I said before, it doesn't matter that much because you have the AoE attack anyway. So I think this should work pretty well. We'll see how it goes. Maybe what I should do is I should actually send this guy over here. The problem is I can't sneak him around. What I really would like to have is a sneaky Astral Mage, like Pan had to feeble-mind my Astral Mages, because he has started to try and mind hunt my Wraithlords. And who are we sending back into Yomi? We're sending... Who am I sending back into Yomi? Ah, this guy. This guy's going into Yomi because he's Blood 3. And we're forging a Brazen Vessel and an Armour of Twisting Thorns. So next turn, she will be able to use an Athame and the Brazen Vessel to get to Blood 5. Whereas this guy will be able to use an Armour of Twisting Thorns and... also an Athame to get to Blood 5. So then we'll have 2 Danava summoners. Danavas are, of course, this spell, as I'm sure I've showed you before. This one. And they have anti-sacred weapons, unholy weapons. Very good, and they're giants, and they're sacred, and they're epic. So we'll either summon 2 groups of Danavas, one here and one here. They come in 3s. Or we'll summon 3, because we'll also use her to summon Danavas. But she might be busy with something else. She might forge the Fire Death Booster. No, she won't actually. But I would like to forge that Fire Booster eventually for when I have Flames from the Sky. When I have Evocation 9. It would be nice to cast Flames from the Sky. It's a very good spell. And this guy... we're casting Call of the Wind somewhere. I forgot I did this. So we're casting it on Pymus Outcrop. And then what we'll do is we'll fly them over here into our territory over here, and we'll use them over here, I believe. I think we can get away with doing that. It depends, really. Maybe I shouldn't be sending them there. Oh, I'm so indecisive. I'm just going to do it for now. I wish patrolling birds didn't fight in battles. I wish they were total pussies. Unfortunately, it doesn't work that way. If only it did. What else am I doing? So, we're trying to maintain and build up our research force over here, obviously. Oh, and it's back up to Magic 2, huh? Well, you know what? I'm going to move some researchers over. I'm going to move all 4 of these guys over. Defending this province isn't too crucial. It's not really that high income. It doesn't have any sites, really. It just has the lava lake. What haven't we searched? We haven't searched for fire there. Maybe I should, because even for a farm province, a single site is not much. So maybe we should change Augury to target Jessinka's Oasis instead of Sloth Meadows. Whatever, doesn't make any difference. So now we need to find out where I'm going to put those research items. This guy can take some. And probably we have another Throne Mage who can take some. Oh shit. Come on. He can take some, maybe. Okay, there we are. What else is there? What else is there? So yeah, we're beefing up. We're summoning a fortress here, and we're attacking Hinnom here, and we're counter raiding Hinnom here. We're also raiding this lake again with another Wraith Lord. Although he'll probably get soul slain by Mindhunt, but not until he's captured the province for us. So that's fine. Atlantis is still sitting around. Yeah, we're not making any major decisions. We're just playing it defensively, basically. Apart from this one little attack on a fairly unimportant fortress. So that is the end of this turn, turn 69, and I shall see you chaps next time. But yeah, the big takeaway from this turn is that we're building the boosters, and we're moving the mages around, and we are going to summon Danavas, and they're fantastic. Hello, chaps. It is turn 70. And this turn was not very good. Firstly, we have 2 large armies. This has been here forever, but it's still getting larger and larger and larger, while our force does not. So that's not good. And Hirom has finally arrived with his new army. He has a huge ton of long dead here, and he has a ton and quite a lot of Rephite warriors here, as well as 7 besieging this province here. What was I going to say? Another thing that happened is that our Mandeja got assassinated by an Archdevil. The Archdevil had a Flambeau, which is a ×3 versus Demon's weapon. It had the Heart of Quickness, the Heart of Darkness, and it had the Shade Mail, of course. So it can sneak around, it can assassinate, it does 3 times damage, and it does, and it has Quickness and some reinvigoration from the Heart of Quickness. It would have lost, actually. It would have lost the battle if it was in Turmoil 3, but of course it's in Order 3. So definitely not pleased about that. We're definitely having a hard time as well on the Dominion front. We once got a candle in here, but it's gone back down again. I'm leaving a small force to besiege this temple, to besiege this fortress and hopefully kill this temple. It's not very large though. It's got, maybe I should make it larger. The problem is, if I make it larger, then they might fail to bless everyone. Oh, well, that'll just have to do. Now, it could get destroyed by a bunch of Amis with fire elementals and a Kohan, Burial, the Archdevil, and all of that. Actually, it will get destroyed because it'll get totally destroyed if I try to do that, because it's not in Turmoil 3. It's in Order 3, and that means it'll be pathetic. So I'm going to change my mind about doing that. I can't do it. Because any relief force that attacks before we storm the castle will be fighting. You know, these guys just don't have the attack skill. We need darkness to actually fight properly. Why is it displaying like that? So their attack skill is actually not bad, I guess. Even in Turmoil, even in Order 2, 3, I guess. Huh, interesting. Anyhow, our Wraith Lords. The good news is that we did kill a Melkart. He had a Melkart patrolling, so our whole army killed it, and he also had a Melkart here. So our 4 Wraith Lords actually destroyed that as well. Now the interesting thing about that battle, which was this one, is that I actually had these Wraith Lords set to advance and cast spells, and Horde of Skeletons ×5. So here's the Melkart with some fluffers, and he's quite well geared. Here's all our skeletons coming in. Obviously skeletons will never be able to kill someone with 31 protection, regen and 90 HP. But this is the crucial part of the battle, is when they actually advance forward. And now the Melkart is distracted by all these skeletons, and these guys start casting Frighten, they start casting Decay, both of which are useless. But eventually they hit on the idea of casting Disintegrate, and Disintegrate eventually kills him. As you can see, they have plenty of time to cast Disintegrate as many times as they like. By the way, the Woodhenge Druid got killed, but the Sage escaped, or whoever else it was. And there you go, a nice little Disintegrate finally gets through from Ishekhez? I can't even read that. Ishekhez, okay. And now I've got them set to go over here, cast Sword of Skeletons twice, hopefully gem burning the enemy if they have any gems to be cast. And then they'll retreat. And hopefully when they retreat, they go inside this fort. And if our main army can't get over here before this fort gets stormed, what I'll do is I'll do a Hellpower Communion with these guys. And you'll have the Wraith Lords spamming skeletons as well. So hopefully, because of all the skeletons, the Hellpower Communion should survive the horrors for quite a long time. Which means that there'll be quite a build-up of horrors. And what we saw on Yomi last turn was that horrors can kill Melkarts. They can kill quite a lot of stuff. And they can't kill all of this, but they'll kill some of it, and they could also kill some Rephite warriors. There's only really one way to find out. But hopefully in a fort defense choke point with Wraith Lords casting skeletons, we should be able to do something pretty cool with that. Another thing to mention is that he might get excited and think that my army can't cast spells because it's run out of the gems. Of course I had gem couriers on the scouts, so he may try to gem burn me with a with a mage teleporting in, and he may try to then attack with this army on Yomi. He may get overexcited. If he does that, I think he will fail quite horribly. And that's really all there is to say about Hinnom. Atlantis, as I said, I'm still very concerned about, but we will have time to summon some more troops. Our 117 Bloodslave income this turn was very low, but that's because we didn't have all the people assigned to blood hunting that we could have. So what I've done this turn is I've assigned a lot more people to blood hunting. We had multiple blood huntable provinces with 0 unrest, or 11 unrest in this case, 0 here, 0 here. So we could have blood hunted a lot more. And now, this turn, we are. And we're also using the Athame, the blood booster daggers, as a blood hunting booster. We'll add this one. We'll add this as a blood hunting booster as well. We're counter-raiding here, where we got attacked by some Maziks. It's not really interesting. We're also mind hunting the Maziks. Our mind hunts last turn failed to kill anyone. And what infinitum the plan player did over here was he actually sent a stealthy astral mage underwater in this province. So he's unbelievably sneaky. He baited me with this. Although I also have to retake this province because of the gem income. He baited me horribly, and he actually he feeble-minded 2 of my astral mages, so that was very painful. That's like 400 gold down the drain. I can't really afford that. So I am going to be much more conservative with how I use Mind Hunt in the future. I'm going to do it on things like these Kamazots and their Maziks. Therados says he's going to attack this province next turn, which is nice because there's a fort there. We're going to destroy a heretic cult that's flourishing in this province. Another thing I'm going to do actually is I'm moving in a Raktapata to build a temple in this province. that about says it all against Pan. Niflheim is raiding me with this Jotun Scratty. Our 2 blood mages that were here got moved down here, so they weren't able to kill him, which is a bit unfortunate. But I don't really see how he can go anywhere now. Like, where does he go from here? I guess these guys we can have patrolling with some blood slaves each. So he'll die if he goes here. He'll die if he goes here. He'll die if he goes here, and he'll die if he goes here. And he might also die if he stays there, because this army can attack him eventually next turn. Turn after next. Let's see what he's geared with again. Do Scratties have stealth? They don't have stealth. Maybe the Jotun Werewolf has stealth. Has stealth. I'll go and check that in the inspector right now. So he might be able to escape, I'm not sure. Also, if he shapeshifts, then he'll lose his items. This little army backed off before we attacked it. We summoned Call of the Winds on here, so our patrolling is going to be better and we can do 5 Blood Hunters. I'm really desperate. I don't care how efficient it is. I don't care how many population people I kill. I just want the slaves. I just want them. I just need them. We cast Wizard's Tower on this province, and we're going to build a temple here and here. Can't remember if I said that yet. And that about says it for this turn. We might have to summon another Mandeja just to be on the safe side. If this guy gets assassinated, then we lose Divine Blessing and we lose Darkness, which is extremely bad. We need those spells. We absolutely require them. So we might have to summon an extra Mandeja just to make sure. Oh, and we're summoning our first Danavas over here. So this guy is now Blood 5. He's summoning Danavas. That'll be a very nice addition to our army. And that's about it for this turn. The last thing to mention, though, is the game settings. We are on turn 70. And Cataclysm starts on turn 85. So the question is, how do we kill Doom Horrors? How do we kill horror attacks? I think the answer is we just cast Life for Life. We research Blood 9, which we will be easily able to do by turn 85. And we just cast... Wait a minute. I already have Life for Life. Okay. Well, that's nice. Huh? I thought it instantly killed them. I thought it did 999 damage. Why does it say 40? I'll have to look that up. So why am I even... I guess I'm researching it for damage reversal. Maybe Infernal Forces? What does it do? Summon 7 devils. Except we'll get some extra ones. We'll get like 9 devils and 20 imps. Is that even good? I think it's not as good as our national summons. So we won't bother with that. Forces of Darkness. Not interesting. The Looming Hell and Bind Demon Lord. Age 10 years. So we might summon a Demon Lord. I'm pretty sure that Hinnom does not have Blood 9, nor is he going to have it terribly soon. We're going to get there first. So I probably will summon a Demon Lord. But we'll see. I don't have to, that's for sure. And our site searching didn't turn anything up. Our mind hunting, like I said, double feeble mind, very annoying. He really outwitted me there. He baited me terribly. But yeah, that's about the end of this turn. So I shall see you chaps next turn, on turn 71. Hello, chaps. It's turn 71. Now, I would say not that much of note occurred this turn. This little army that they had over here moved in, and actually neither of the Basalt Kings with it are geared. And it's mostly Reef Dwellers, so I can just force them off with this. Unless he has some huge surprise in store for me, I can just fight him with this. Now, I want to cast Bloodlust and Rush of Strength in this battle, but I don't have Blood Slaves and I don't have a laboratory here, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to send a bird along. And he's going to be scripted to hold, stay behind troops, right next to the Prophet. No, not right next to the Raksharaja. So hopefully he can cast it with these Blood Slaves. I've heard that that is a possibility, so maybe that can be done. Another thing is that he sent out a party to raid this province, and he also sent out little parties to raid these other provinces. So here he killed a patrolling Raktapater on round 1 with Soulslay. The Baal. I guess it's Baal? Baal? I'll call it a Baal, maybe. And here we have an Ami and some slingers. I wonder, I haven't actually had a look at this one yet. Although I have played this turn. It's probably just fire elementals. No, just Astral and some Dawn Guards. Which are pretty good troops, of course. Now, because of this Soulslay, I'm feeling a bit leery of getting Soulslain, so I'm not going to counter-raid him except with a lot of troops all at once. Or multiple commanders like this. And again, this is a case where I'm hoping that this guy can use this guy as blood slaves, because he's coming from here and there's no laboratory there yet. And Zeran is going to be on attack rear. I'm going to give him that. Because hopefully he'll survive, or if he dies, hopefully it'll get picked up by someone else. Because I want this guy to have a searching rod, for obvious reasons. Another funny thing that happened here is Hagrid's Forest. So he came in with this little group of mages, but I think he had them all scripted to cast Mind Duel and then retreat. So as you can see, this guy just retreats immediately. I'm not sure why that is. And the bird goes in and attacks, but it's only a bird. So it gets killed, probably? I wonder what actually does happen to it. But yeah, all of these guys just retreat. They're scripted to retreat. So I think they were scripted to cast Mind Duel. Actually, Mind Duel requires a... What am I saying? Doesn't Mind Duel require an Astral Pearl? I think it does. Oh, they do have Astral Pearls, so yeah. They were scripted to cast spells. That was a Mind Duel raid. And of course the funny thing is that I didn't even have my Astral Mage with my army, I don't think. Or maybe he was. But anyway, we retreated here, and then they got forced off by a couple of scouts. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to move back with my army onto Hagrid's Forest. What else is there to report? I'll just go through all of these. I need to start from the beginning. So we are summoning some kings, some little mound kings to command our Solus. The Solus parties that we have aren't getting raided to death anymore, so we are managing to build them up again, and it's quite nice to do that, I think. So that's that. Mind Hunt. So we cast this way inside Pan because we were butthurt at all our people getting feeble-minded, but he resisted. We cast Call of the Winds, again because of the scaling down of the raiding that we're facing. We can start casting Call of the Winds again. Now, two globals got cast this turn. Or rather, Earthblood Deepwell got cast twice and got stolen from one player, of course, because of that. So this is Eternal Pyre on the part of Mechane. So I don't think that's particularly interesting or game-changing, especially not for me. I think Tekum Balaam is the stealthy bat commander, so this is a fail. And this Gotham is the god of Theridos. So he cast Earthblood Deepwell. And we killed someone called Tegea there. That's probably a Theridos scout or something, I don't know. And this is Understanding. This is Pan's god. So Pan now has Earthblood Deepwell, which is a pretty big issue actually. With Earthblood Deepwell and Mother Nature, he can just spam those Centaur thugs very, very easily. He has plenty of gems now. Gnome Law, so cast Gnome Law, didn't find anything. Our first Danavas have been summoned in Yomi. Another Mind Hunt came against our Wraith Lord, but he resisted. Call of the Winds again, Revive King again, and our Blood Hunting was pretty good. It added up to 222 this turn. So we were able to summon Danavas 3 times this turn. I decided not to make a Mandeka or the other one. What's the other one? You can have a Mandeka and you can also have a 3 red seconds. Those are the 2 big spells I might cast instead of Danavas at this point. I decided not to. And this is Blood Slaves. Yeah, this is not interesting. So here's the province battles. This was a feeble-minded Mind Hunter. This is in the cap circle of Xibalba. Not particularly interesting. We have scouts there anyway, so... Stalen's Lagoon. This is the little lake next to our throne on the border with Pan that we cast Akashic Knowledge on. This is where we got Soul Slain, and we wasted 6 Blood Slaves because of that, which is a bit of a shame. This is just a scout who was set to retreat. He's just scouting me. Valnak Flats. Where even is this? Valnak Flats. Wait a minute, is my force actually that small? Wow. So we might actually lose to this army. I don't know. That might actually happen. Yeah, I don't think we might... We're not guaranteed to win that, actually. One thing I will do, though, is make the Raksharaja warriors into bodyguards. Firstly, because they're a bit better at it, probably. But mainly because they don't cost gold upkeep, while the Palankashas do. So we want the Palankashas to die first. Hate to say it, but it's true. What else is there? So... Overblessed Abbey. Yeah, I showed you this just now anyway. And this is probably... Yeah, this is another feeble-minded Crystal Mage. So we had to get them killed because of the upkeep. They still charge upkeep even when they're feeble-minded, wouldn't you know? These scouts, what are they doing? Yeah, that's the siege where we maintained it with scouts and those guys were mind-dueling. This is Shattered Nap, the cave throne province with the good research that where we've seen so much action before in this game. Oh no, they're killing the population. Oh, Rephite warriors, of course, eat population, so... Ugh, what a nuisance. It was just getting them back above 2,000 as well, and now it's getting eaten. But what I'm doing is I'm casting Fires from Afar 3 times on this province. And I don't think that'll injure that won't injure the troops, because they have a little bit of fire resistance and they have high HP. But it should kill all of the commanders, if I'm lucky. I don't really know how good that spell is, so I'm going to find out. Here Pan neglected to actually put any province defense, so we don't even get a battle from that. This is a Jotun Scratty. Now, the funny thing, I was really puzzled by this, because I got some of his items, even though he didn't die, but I realised that, interestingly, when he shapeshifts into the wolf form, because of having Leech cast on him, and then he routed, he actually drops the items and they can be picked up. So this game is quite good that the game can handle that. And here we picked up a Halberd of Might off this Horite Shaman. I guess that was just to deal with any Wraith Lords, perhaps, or something. But he ran into our whole army instead. Deep Thought Plains. So, yeah, this is the attack over by Mechane, over here. So as you can see, these are pretty trashy troops. There's nothing special about them. One of the Basalt Kings has loads of Earth Gems, so he's going to be casting Army of Gold. But even with Army of Gold, I think our troops are better than these guys. Well, I know our troops are way better than those guys. If there's no living pillars, then I'm not worried, okay? Let's just put it that way. And maybe mountains, this is just over here. It's nothing, it's a pretty unimportant province. Fertile Page of Gaia, so I sent my Wraith Lords in here to come in, to cast Horde of Skeletons twice, and then to retreat. Now 3 of them actually retreated, including the one with items on, so we took them back off him. And so we now have 3 Wraith Lords inside this fort, just like I wanted. And they also survived a Mind Hunt before that, so quite an eventful turn for them. And that brings us to my plan. My plan to deal with this rather large army that's besieging me here and has cracked this fortification. I definitely don't want to lose this temple. I like having extra Dominion strength. Just in case I do lose this temple, I'm building a temple over here. Although that's not a secure position, actually. I don't want to make a temple there. I want to make it here. And I had to cancel some mage production, but it's nothing special, nothing new not having any mage production in this game. So we're still going to have 15 temples and 9 Dominion strength if this province falls. But now let's show you my plan. My plan for keeping hold of this province. Firstly, they're all casting the Reanimation Ritual, which is 3 death gems for 10 Long Dead. Normally that's a terrible spell, unless you have like Rephite, Long Dead Rephites, in which case it's good. However, it's just what we can cast in this particular moment. I could actually cast whites, but because I'm doing Hell Power, I don't really want to cast a whole load of stuff. Maybe I do want to cast whites, actually. Maybe I will summon whites. The problem is that if he comes in with just a single small exploratory force... Oh man. Yeah, if he comes in with an exploratory force, this Hellpower Communion might backfire horribly, because that is what we're doing. We're doing a Hellpower Bloodletting Blood Rain Communion Sabbath with Horde of Skeletons. So hopefully that should drag it out long enough for a whole bunch of whatchamacallits to come and end it in a... Maybe we won't... I guess we won't win the battle by doing that, but we should be able to cause a whole lot of grief to him and cause him to suffer a lot of losses by doing that. And if he comes into this province, then we'll just be able to spam 1 billion summon imps, 1 billion of them, on the first turn, and that is what we will do if he comes in there. Or I'll react with a proper force of demons, and led by a Mandeha. I guess we'll use Denavas if he comes in here in force. I'm going to try and relieve the siege with a feeble-minded mage, so he's going to turn up after, hopefully after all of these commanders die. I'm also triple mind hunting this province. If you look, yeah, these guys mind hunt on Shattered Nap. So between 3 mind hunts and 3 casts of fires from afar, I'll be quite disappointed. I would say my guess is that there's a 40% chance that one of these commanders survives, but that's a reasonable chance to get rid of them. What else is there to say? So we were down to somewhere. Yeah, that's the end of this turn. We got some blood slaves and some gold from an event. A hurricane came in and caused some unrest in this province, which is very convenient because it's an Order 3 province. So I am going to send my whole army back here. Hopefully that'll trick him. He'll probably think that the tornado, that I cast tornado on this province. So he'll probably realise that I'm going there, which is quite annoying. So the event has probably prevented me from being able to trick him, because he'll think I cast it. Oh well. I'm just going to go there anyway. It's still a temple to be killed. Another thing I could do is I could say, well, Ethanim, the assassin archdevil, is probably in this province. And I think I will actually... I'm going to patrol, just in case I can catch Ethanim the archdevil. Tell you what, no, I'm going to go there. I'm going to have to ignore Ethanim. It's just not easy enough to catch him. I can't pause my whole army just for this one guy that hopefully will just end up assassinating some monkeys. We're training some shitty monkeys here as well. And because we're so low on gold, it doesn't feel stupid or bad to do that. I don't have regrets about having my fort turns taken up by crappy monkeys. Yeah, I had to cancel my capital mage production because of the building a temple here situation. Yeah, not much else to report from this turn. We have the Black Book of Secrets. So as you can see, we now have 2 Blood 5 Rakshasis here. Both with 3 blood boosters, both summoning Denavas twice. We have another Denava summoner in here. What else is there that's going on? And we're casting Animal Horde for 15 nature gems. Probably not the most efficient use of gems, but whatever. I don't feel particularly pressured to use nature gems and have nature gems, so I'm just going to use them. It's no huge deal. And then I'll have a nice bit of patrolling on Lanka itself. Or I can move I'll probably move them on here and patrol here. That'll be nicer, I think. I'm a bit short of throwaway commanders, actually, so I'm going to change this to a monkey who can command them. Although he doesn't have very good commanding. Huh. Yeah, I don't know about that. Oh well. Don't know exactly what I'm going to do with the all of those animals. But I'm sure I'll figure it out. It won't be too bad. So 222 blood slaves this turn was a bit of a high point because I went over the top on the unrest in a couple of provinces, mainly Mashaka. And that was about it, actually. We actually can keep up on that blood hunting. Not completely, but partially we can keep on with that level of blood hunting, which is pretty good. I'll blood hunt here as well. Actually, no, I'll send him here to blood hunt. And that is really the end of turn 71. Not the most eventful turn, but we are going to see a very interesting battle take place here. I'm also tempted to summon Lamashtas. I might do that. I think that's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to cast Summon Lamashtas. I'm going to go... This is going to be a themed battle. This is the battle of how much can I rape my own defending force. By the way, the reason that one Raktapatta has the... Wait, that's the wrong gem type. The reason I gave that one Raktapatta the dragon scale armor is so that he can have +2 morale from wearing it. So that when he casts Blood Rain, he won't be incited to run away. This gives +2 morale. Does this give morale? Why is his morale so high? I guess it is because of the blood armor. And he'll get morale from the... So these guys won't run away because they have morale 30. These guys won't run away because they're Sabbath slaves. And this guy won't run away because he's got 16 morale, and then Hellpower will raise it to 20. Maybe I should give him something to help him resist... I was going to say I could maybe he can fight the horrors a little bit. But let's be real. He can't fight the horrors at all, because they will just annihilate him. We saw horrors kill Amelkart, although that was when he was the only remaining target. Maybe I should give him a little something just to fight these horrors a little bit better. Like, now he can hit them reliably and get a bit of lifesteal off them, and he's got 17. Maybe instead of that, I should give him the other one. Oh, that doesn't increase it much, though. Huh, these are basically the same, except that this has lower encumbrance and lower map move penalty and better magic fire resistance and morale. So I'll give him the cheap one. And we don't have a worthwhile helmet to use. And none of these items are going to be particularly useful, I don't think. Maybe magic resistance would be useful. I've seen horrors kill people pretty badly with like special effects, so a little bit of magic resistance would be nice. But I'd rather keep that actually for later, for someone else. Don't want to go overboard on this. Don't want to spend a load of gems and stuff on a battle that we're planning on losing. But I'll be very interested. So this is the two main questions of this turn is, how much do we lose in this battle? Does what's-his-face Atlantis finally move his army that's presumably still sitting here? Does he finally go make another crack on Xibalba? And another question to ask is, what happens to this force? Does it get killed by fires from afar and mind hunt? What happens in this siege attack that he's going to do here? And will this force move on to this province where it'll get annihilated by my army? Those are the main questions. And also what will go on with all the raiding and counter-raiding. And will our very good blood slave income keep going? We're also going to patrol this province with our army. A funny thing that happened this turn was we killed four of these. And if you look at the... I don't know. This must be something Pan had done. I think Pan probably did this. I don't know what actually causes this, but there were 4 of these. Maybe it's just an event, and I waited for ages to deal with it. But it's quite funny that that it got this out of control. Also, I should probably raid this province. It's pretty wealthy. It's pretty nice. 100 income. That's an extra mage, if I can take it. So I'm going to raid this province with someone. I'm not building a fortress there. And these aren't the same as the other ones, so they can raid. And 4 of them will be on Guard Commander, and 4 will be on Attack Closest. This guy will be on Cast Spells, and he'll have some Blood Slaves. And that should make a competent raiding force. What happened there? K-Ban, Province 85. He was just... huh? Oh right, so this is our feeble-minded guy. And there's very little province defense there. Maybe I should attack there as well. Maybe with one of these guys. This guy's horror marked and has a wound, so I guess I'll use him. And I'll just attack with some... I shouldn't go overboard though, that's a waste of Long Dead if I do that. I'll just send him and have him spam summon imps a bit and then stay behind troops. And we'll see if we can retake this province. So that is the end of this turn. That really is the end of it. Turn 71. See you chaps next time.